Hi there, welcome back to Marky RC. Today I thought I'd do a video on this little beauty I bought off of eBay. £75 HPI Rush Evo, like a nitro stadium truck. Must be getting on for 20 odd years old now. That body doesn't look like it's ever been on its roof. Only thing it's missing is the rear wing. Absolutely no decal peel anywhere on the body shell, which I think is pretty amazing considering how old that is. Buggy looks in really good order. I've given it a good once over before I started the video and noticed a few things that aren't quite the same as an original Rush Evo. Somebody has stripped the chassis down, the metal chassis, and polished it because that should be black. Also, front oil filled aluminium shocks with adjustable rings so you can adjust your suspension height. And then you've got the same on the back, adjustable aluminium with the height adjuster springs. And when I took these apart to rebuild them and put oil in, somebody has added a piece of tubing to the inside of the shock to limit the travel on the shock absorber. I'm assuming that was done because when I took the tube out, the suspension's got so much droop that the drive shaft is literally only in the drive cut by about 1-2 mil. But now that limits that travel, so those shocks can't drop any further, and everything is lovely and smooth. The previous owner said that this engine's only done 2 or 3 tanks of fuel. I had a look inside, taking the head off, and it all looks pretty clean in there. Got really good compression, so I'm hoping it should just fire up. I put a brand new R3 plug in. I've got an R4 just as a, you know, because sometimes they can be a bit finicky on the tuning. New nitro fuel coming in the week. Also saw somebody's put a brand new spur gear on, and they changed the position of the engine mounting, which on closer inspection was due to the fact that somebody's put a HPI Firestorm gearbox in. I can vaguely remember that was like a mod you could do years ago. I've taken the gearbox out, had a look inside. It's all been fully ball raced. All the idler shafts, Delring gears, and a 3 beveled differential, geared differential, which was in absolutely immaculate condition. The original gearboxes were prone to the just literally stripping teeth. They were really weak, and this must have solved the problem. I mean, everything runs really true, no binding. Apart from that wheel, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's got a number of flat spots in. Front wheels are original, with the original wheels and original tyres, and they look to have had pretty much no use whatsoever. You do get adjustable tie rods, adjustable so you can change your camber and toe in, toe out. Same on the rear, you can change the camber. It's got quite an aggressive towing on the rear wheels. I'm assuming that's to keep the buggy upright when you're accelerating. I put an air filter on, didn't come with an air filter. That was just an old one I had from years ago. And it's got its original HPI throttle servo, and somebody's upgraded to a metal gear steering servo just to add a bit more torque, I suppose, for steering. No electronics, like I say. I've got some electronics here for the buggy. Got a simple £25 receiver and transmitter. Nitros have to have a battery pack, but I tried to charge up my little 6-volt hump pack, and that hasn't been used for so long it's not holding the charge, so I've got a new one of them coming. Brand new switch, just to because sometimes old switches can be a bit of a nuisance. So I'll stick all the electronics on and let's see if the electronics work, servos work, before I put any fuel in, so we're not getting fuel all over the place. Overall though, if it fires up and does what it's supposed to do, for £100. I mean, HPI were a really good company. I think they've just started up again now, but the spares for these are quite hard to come by. I know you can get, there's a company, Asia Tees, online. You can get everything in aluminium, which is, you know, pretty good, but it does make the buggies quite heavy, and you have a crash with alloy. Anything aluminium, but that's that. You're not fixing that, as in plastic always bounces back. So let's pop these electronics in and see if the buggy will fire up. Right, got the electronics all set up, brand new batteries and everything, because flat batteries can cause massive problems with your electronics. 1 minute it'll work, 1 minute it won't. Your buggy could go out of control. A number of things could go wrong, so always make sure super fresh batteries in both transmitter and the buggy. Obviously the nitro buggy has to have these to run the electronics. We've got a tiny little electronics receiver, which is so much better than when we used to have to use crystals, because the receivers were so big. Everything used to get a little bit tight in the sealed compartments. I think this was about £25. You get on the receiver, it's quite cool. You get, so you can reverse your steering if it's the wrong way round. Same with throttle. You also got brake trim and brake release, and trim for the front wheels, and also a third channel if you're running a vehicle, a crawler or something, you want to turn the lights on and off. So let's plug all this in and see how it goes, see whether it's going to turn on. Everything's labelled on the side of these little electronics receivers, so you can't possibly go wrong. And always make sure the prongs are up on anything you're plugging in. So that's plugged in. Will it turn on? Yep. Turn the receiver on. It says in the manual to these receivers they automatically bind, which we'll soon find out if that has. So we've got the steering servo to plug in, and we've got the throttle servo to plug in. That sounds promising. Got steering, but no throttle. Plugged in the wrong one. Open, yep, brake. Everything works as it should. So I will get the fuel's coming, like I said, this week. As soon as the fuel comes, I'll do a run video. Probably do a run video out in the garden, and if all goes to plan, everything works well, I will take it to the park and give it a proper rip about. Obviously I've got to sort these electronics out, battery fit in that little box on the back, and I'll route the switch so it's nowhere near the little nitro motor. So that's good, everything's working as it should. So probably going to, with the fuel, 100 and 110 pound. It looks like it's never been used, to be fair, apart from a few upgrades. It's been fully ball raced as well, all the wheels. So I'll swap these tyres out, and then the next video I'll do is of the nitro buggy running. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you could like and subscribe would be cool, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later, bye.